So in part one, we talked about why Wale said his love language is solitude. And like I said before, I don't think that solitude is his love language. I think it's his survival strategy. And there's one line on this album that I think explains it so well. It's on the song Belly. He says, "They all say we brothers. I feel like I'm Bison Dele." And that line right there explains so much. And if you don't know who Bison Dele was, he's a former NBA player. This dude won a championship with Michael Jordan, and he made millions of dollars. And a lot of us would have looked at his life and been like, yo, he's living a dream. But then this dude walked away from millions to live a different life, a life that gave him peace. And years later, he disappeared while sailing with his brother. And the authorities believe his brother took his life, and his body was never found. Now listen to Wale's lyrics again. "They all say we brothers, and I feel like I'm Bison Dele." I don't think Wale picked that name by accident, because Bison's story reminds us that success does not guarantee peace, and neither does fame or money. And that's exactly where Wale is on this album. He's successful, but he's drained, and he's feeling pressure from all sides. This dude is respected in the industry as one of the best MCs, but he's guarded, and he's surrounded by a ton of people, yet he feels lonely, drowning in his sorrows. And remember when he said, "I'd rather be single than double-crossed"? But see, this album was never just about women or relationships. It's about betrayal and learning how to protect yourself before somebody else gets the chance to hurt you. And we know that in some of these relationships, he's there physically, but emotionally, dude is gone. Because trauma, it just has a way of making you show up while your heart stays hidden. On the song Blanco, he talks about drowning in his sorrows, and that he's back on the bottle and he's not alone. And he says he's trying to ease his mind, trying to free his mind, got a threesome with these demons. And that she makes me numb, but she makes me smile. She makes me talk more, but she makes me loud. Now, just think about that. I don't think he's celebrating alcohol. He's explaining his problems, his demons. Bottle basically becomes another relationship, a coping mechanism, so to speak. Again, it's his way of continuing to survive. And for a few hours, the pain gets quiet. And that's why Wale keeps going back. It's a temporary fix. And on one track, he says, "I'm unthawing this heart I never thought I'd ever use again." He's showing some growth and admitting his heart is froze, and that's what life did to him. But the scary part is, of course, if your heart starts to unthaw, then you can start to feel pain. Healing isn't always comfortable. And remember that line where he says, "I'm talking to God less, my misery ain't important"? It's another example that he's tired of asking the same questions, tired of believing and having hope just for that hope to get snatched from you. And a lot of us know that feeling. That's why this album is so freaking dope. He isn't pretending to have everything figured out. He's accountable in one song and then defensive in another. One minute he's hopeful and then he's guarded in the same verse. That's real life for a lot of us. Real talk. Healing isn't always a straight line. Sometimes you make progress and then you're walking backwards. That's what I hear throughout this album. Everything is a lot. And that's why that one line that I said on part one is so dope, where he says the pressure and depression is the motherfucking same thing. Because within his story, that's the connection. He's carried so much pressure for so long that eventually it just became emotional weight.